Hello guys, Feet here. Feeling pretty good today, so I thought I would do a YouTube video. YouTube is like my second child, you know. Definitely not my favorite, but every once in a while, I want to do something for it. So, today I'm going to show you this map, which I found a few days ago. Likely the best map that I have ever seen. So, why do I think this map so good? It's mainly because of the expansive system of ports that connect north to the south, to the west, and in the center there are two ports too, even three. It does not goes, it does not go to the east, but hey, you can ask for everything, right? Not only that, all the important cities either have a port or are near the ports. In the south, we have this city with a port and most importantly the arena. And having a port arena is like having rich parents. You don't have to worry about money anymore, amongst with so many other benefits. Not too far away, there's Weideburg, which is a stone keep with a barrack. In the middle of the map, there's a trade town, Tiefenstadt, and right next to Tiefenstadt is Oldvester, which is a big city with another barrack. To the west, there's this big castle with another barrack, and barracks means hedge knight, and hedge knight good, so not bad. Up north, right, there's another trade town that connects to Muckenburg, which is another stone keep. This stone keep looks kind of sucky, but we have the other three big city with barracks and very accessible already. And also Muckenburg is very accessible too to the trade town. So basically you can go to the arena, to trade town, and three big cities very easily in a day if you want. Of course, no map is perfect, and this map has some downside too. This is one, right? Not as much of a downside as a shame that it's not, you know, a port. The biggest downside is that in order to have such a good network of ports, you will have a river going really deep into the land like this, and it might make it hard to do quests, right? Like sometimes you will need to walk all the way across the lake to do a camp here maybe. Sometimes you have to go all the way from here to there to do something, and some noble house contract will take a lot longer to complete. For example, a patrol the road for these three cities might take a lot longer because you have to cross this river. And for having all the good cities kind of on the left side of the map, accessible by ports, that makes fewer city close to the wilderness. So exploring the wilderness might be a bit harder because you don't have a good hub, you know, to go back to. Like for example, if Hagermus was to be a big city, then you could use that as a hub to go back and forth. Now, if you want to, you know, go out and explore and come back, you need to go all the way back deeper into land to sell. But hey, that's not too big of a problem. The upside of having access to all the cities from almost any point on the map outweigh all of that. So let me show you how you can find good maps like this maybe even better or more suitable to your liking. First of all, you will go to this website. I will put the link down in the description. This is made by Walira. So thank you, Walira. This is called BB Seed Search Tool. Alright. So you can find maps based on different criteria. Basically, you put your preference in here, and the tool will search amongst a lot of seeds that it has in its database, and find you the one that most suits your needs, right? So we have geography, we have facilities. Geography is basically like how the map looks, right? Like the layout of the map, I guess. Facility is the buildings inside your towns. So for example, if you want a lot of weaponsmith and armorer, you can tell the tool that you want a lot of those, and it will find the map with the most armorer and weaponsmith for you. The third one is economy. This will affect all the buildings that are around your cities, that affects your city in different ways. Like for example, the die maker gives you more trade goods. The hunter cabin allows you to have a hunter to recruit. Ore smelter blast furnace gives you more items, things like that. So now I will show you how to find maps with a good system of ports like this. Starting with geography, I usually just 5-star this. I don't know how exactly this affects the search engine, but hey, that's what I do. Settlement compactness, I want them to be very compact because it will make contracting between cities a lot easier. So if it's too compact, then like there might not be a lot of things to do between the towns. There might not be a lot of camp between the towns. Sometimes finding things to kill might be a bit hard, but I think the closer they are, the better, and you will still find things to kill. The sea compactness, I actually don't want them to be compact. I want the sea to spread out. So we have different area. We can have port north and south and east, and maybe even in the middle. If you go 5-star sea compactness, you might get like just a blob of land on one side of the map and a blob of water on the other side. So there's not gonna be a lot of ports. So instead, I want to 5-star sea spreadness instead. Southern compactness, I usually 5-star this too, because I want the southern cities to be close to each other, so I can do contract between them and return in time to do the arena. Sometimes if you go like max out spreadness, for example, you could get a southern city far away from each other with a port. I think you're more likely to get say 2 ports if you go super spread out like that, but I usually prefer them to be compact and just hope for the best. And most importantly, always go southern arena port, right? Like rich parent, remember. Next up is facilities. I 5-star these too, just do it. So the most important buildings in the cities is the ports, right? You 5-star that to get as many ports as you can. You can also 5-star the armorer and the weaponsmith to get more items, more fame items. Fletcher too. You could do that, but I find, well, I think that if I just only 5-star one thing, then the tool will just look for that specific thing. Yeah, but let's try this, right? Let's try that. Fletcher, maybe not so much. Fletcher are usually, well, yeah, Fletcher usually belong to Forest Town. And if there are too many Forest Town, then there might not be as many Harbor Town, right? Economy, let's see. Most importantly, you want to have the harbor, which is these things over here. If it has the harbor, then it has a port, and vice versa. So I'm not sure if you need to click both port and harbor, but just to be sure, right? I also really like hedge knights, so I want a military barrack. Not militia, military barrack. And I also like hunters, so I look for the hunter cabin. Hunter cabin. Here we go. Yeah, I don't really care about any of the trade goods facilities. Die maker, a gem mine. I don't care about those too much. You could go for workshop. It's also pretty good. Workshop and blast furnace or smelter might get you more fame item, but I really want the seed to just focus on the most important thing, you know? Alright, so now that we got all of those, let's click find my seed. So there it is. So there it is. Let's check it. So this is my seed, by the way. It's right here. But let's check out the, other top 3 seed first. Alright. Alright. So looks like we have an arena port. That's good. Okay, check. What else? Another. Alright, this seed has 3 ports with 3 silent cities. So that's pretty nice. This silent city is completely cut off from the map though, but it is connected with the port. So there's that. There's a trade town here. There's a big castle here. There's a stone keep here. I kind of know which city it is based on the name. Over here we have another trade town. So a lot more ports on this map, right? But it does not have the port in the middle like the one that we have. It does have the port to the east though. So there's that. But because it does not cut deep into because the sea doesn't cut that deep into the middle, there's no port in the middle, and some of the cities over here are a bit harder to access, right? This big city is very hard to access. Take like 3 days maybe. Right. Overall though, it's still a good one, right? Also, when you have 2 trade towns next to each other like this, too close, then they kind of cancel each other out a bit. It's like just having one, you know? You want your trade town to spread out in different zones, so you can operate in different zones and still have a place to go and sell and buy and stuff like that. Alright, let's check the next one. Okay, so another silent city with the arena and a port. There's another one here with a port. This one has no ports. It's alright though. There's a port here. There's a port here. The trade town is there. Up north there's 2 cities. Big city and a village. So there's only one road that leads here, right? Which is kind of cool maybe, because if the game spawn a caravan contract here, I think 100% it will go there. It has only one place to go, so maybe you can try to farm fame items. I don't know. I don't know how good it is to have one road to go to a specific town. It could be pretty good. Who knows? But it has no center port, right? I mean, so you don't. Okay, so you don't need port everywhere, right? A map like this is already considered very good because you have port in the arena, and you can go anywhere along this, along like to the north, to the or over here. You do something around here, right? And you go to the port, you go to the arena, you do a few arenas, and then you boat back. Right, let's check the next one. When you see a decent map, right, make sure you check that it has enough, it has all the important cities. There should be 3 trade towns, there should be 3 southern cities. There should be 2, like 4 big cities, you know, 2 stone keeps, 2 citadel. Some maps, I've seen a few maps with only 2 trade town, only 2 southern cities, and you do not want that. It's like being scammed, you know. You pay for 3, but you only get 2. Alright, let's check this map out. It looks like 2 arena ports, right? So even though I clicked clicked southern compactness, it really doesn't matter too much, right? It's really still quite spread out. So this town has an arena. Sometimes you don't start in a arena town, like somehow, you know, sometimes, very rarely though. So 1 port here, 1 port there, that's really good. There's big citadel over there, another big citadel over here. Pretty nice. This is a very, let's say, I don't know, really eye-pleasing southern area, you know, very little forest or mountain to, you know, like to that you have to cross, you know, lots of plains, lots of potentially raiders and nomad to eat. Wow, there's another big city here, right? So in this southern, wait, what, are you kidding me? Okay, look at this. I might have seen this map before. I look for lots of map, you know. So this southern area, wow, right? We have Hellenburg, Stone Keep, Wallenburg, Stone Keep, Steinturm, and Sandstone. All 4 big cities are in the southern area, along with a trade town too, and 3 southern cities. So it's really cool down here, right? Oh, I remember this one. I think I played this map for my cultist seed because not only it has a good southern area, it has a lot of swamp town, right? This is a 1 swamp town. That's another one. That's another one. Is that another one? Nope. But that's another one. So tons of swamp towns to find cultists. Port north, south, and east. And southern part is awesome with 4 big cities. So you could, you know, like go do arena and then boat up here, do something. Every, you know, 10 days or so, you visit the south again, check out all the 4 big cities and scoop up all the hedge and stuff like that. It's pretty cool, right? Really good seed too. Wow. Good to see it here. But I think I've played on this before, so let me see if I can find it. Here maybe. So isn't it the seed, right? Yeah, so it's this one. Right, 4 big cities and lots of swamp town. I play cultists on this map. I converted, so I play cultists here because I wanted to brain damage the hedge knight that I buy and then convert them into cultists and then get them the candles. Who are converted? I don't remember anymore, but it's, yeah, pretty cool, eh? So when I look for a cultist seed, right, I look for a lot of swamp towns and probably arena port 2 and things like that. And you know, nice, you know, the same seed showed up. It's a good one. Okay, so this is my seed. It has this very centralized port, really cool. And the arena. So from this southern city, right, I have access to this big city and this southern city. If I go here, I have access to this big city. If I go here, I get access to these cities, small ones, lots of contract maybe. We have some hunter cabin to find hunters too. Down here there's a big city, we can go and hire some hedge knights. And up north I have this trade town that we can go here. So with two trade towns and a lot of and access to a lot of other cities, there's no short of contract. We can always find good contract to do. Each day there's one arena, but if you go and do it at the end of one day, and right after that there's the start of another day, right? End of day 1 you do one, and then start of day 2 you do another one, right? You can do 2 of them like next to each other, back to back, and then you can go somewhere else, and you can, for 2 days you can come back and do 2 arenas in succession, and then go away for 2 more days. Right, so at dawn, right, this is day 2 already, but it still show day 1. Like this is early morning, it still show day 1. So first light, right, first light you can do 1 arena, and then once you wait a little bit more, you and then the number jumps, right? The number jumps to 2. Whenever the number jumps, there's a new arena. So you can go and do that 2 arena in a row. You go somewhere else. Here, for example, Tiefenstadt. Right, Trade Town always have tons of contract, and you can do that. And then, so day 2 you already did the arena, right? You can go do whatever you want for the rest of day 2, and the entirety of day 3 too, right? Day 3 you can still stay here and do things, but make sure you go back before dawn day 4, right? So this is night day 3. Make sure you go, okay, oh wait, oops. Alright, make sure you go back dawn day 4, but before the number jumps, right? You can do you can do the day 3 arena right now, and then you wait a tiny little bit, the number jumps, you do another one, and the day 4 arena is done. You can go out again and come back on day 6 and do 2 arenas. So you just do 2 arenas and then go somewhere else for 2 days, do other contracts, go back here and do 2 arenas. Because you can visit so many cities, you can pick up the trade good, for example, and you will, if there's a caravan contract, say somewhere here in Tiefenstadt to go to Old Vesta, or from Kamstadt to go to Muckenberg, or maybe from Rastanan to go to Weideburg, right? Those big cities with fame items, right? You will not miss them, right? Because you visit them so often. So that's the power of a map with lots of ports in important places that has easy access to other big cities. Well, some contract might be annoying to do. For example, maybe they will send you to, like some contract will send you to stay here and go fight orcs over there, or patrol the road from here to here to here. So those contracts you might not be able to do. Well, it might not take too long to do compared to all the other contracts that you can potentially find, right? There should always be better contracts than the bad ones. That is caused by the map, yeah. Alright, enough about my map. Right, it's a good one for sure. Let's check out the next one. You never know, right? Like the first 3 maps aren't very good. The 4th one, right, has the center area, it has the center port. It allows you to access everywhere in the map. It's really good. So who knows? This might be even better. Well, it doesn't really have a center port. There's a port here. These aren't ports though. Right, this is not the best, right? Just by, just glancing here. And you don't want water to cut this hard into the land. It will make contract really a pain. You want a little bit of water, like just enough, right? Just enough is good. All right. So port here. All right, this is, well, this is what I consider too much, right? Too much. There's a center port, but I don't like this. This make it almost, well, it's make it very hard to go to the wilderness sometimes. This is too much water for me, for my taste, right? But it does have a center port. It does have a north port with Trade Town. That is a big city with all the good buildings, blast furnace or smelter, barracks. You can use this to access the wilderness. Looks like there's a road to the wilderness. Go all the way across the map and go down to White Bleak and Azim Shaft. So there's gonna be a road that run like this, something like that, and like this. It's going to be really cool. Wait, really? Yeah, it's going to be really cool because you have a road in the wilderness that you can travel faster. This trade town though is isolated, has no port to connect it to, so you almost will never visit this trade town. So that's the one big downside right there. Alright, I'm going to end the video here today, but one thing I didn't mention was that the seed finder can also look for starting brothers with specific traits and stats from these different origins. But I will let you mess around with that a bit more on your own. Thank you all for watching, and special thanks to Walira and the people who made this seed finding tool possible. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, and I also stream 5 days a week. Link to my Twitch channel in the description. Alright, have a nice one everyone. Video out. See ya.